In today's video, we will be drawing some business lessons from TG Omori and Asake, that guy that sang Nakasungbalaja no dey waste time, oh yeah, me I on fire bazooka, oh no, Mr. Money no dey waste time. I know I can't sing to save my life, but if you offer a business service in any form, or as a freelancer, as an entrepreneur, as an independent contractor, as a consultant, or a small business owner, Asake and TG Omori got something you should learn from and use to your advantage in your businesses with your clients. And you know, the Nigerian singer Asake was too broke at some point in his life to be able to afford the service of TG Omori. TG Omori is highly premium, like he charges high. So Asake approached TG Omori to shoot this music video for him. TG Omori requested for something in the region of 5 million or thereabout for his service, and as at that point in time, Asake could not afford that because that money sounded like a money that Asake would need to win a jackpot to be able to afford that at that point in time. So Asake didn't return to TG Omori. That was some years ago before Asake became a mega superstar. This amount that sounded like Asake needed a jackpot to be able to cough out. Asake didn't win any jackpot in his lifetime, at least that we know of. But what Asake eats is way more than a jackpot. He became a mega superstar, dropping hit songs back to back to back to back to back to back to. Oh, okay. So thanks to Olamide and his friend Yemoli, but this is not our major point of focus today. What business lessons can we learn from Asake and incorporate into our businesses as independent contractors, freelancer, and all that? After Asake became a star, TG Omori shot many videos of Asake. TG Omori was the one who shot the video of Money Joa Joa Tobawa Jo Kojade Sita. TG Omori was the one that shot the video of Sungba Laja Jaja Sungba. TG Omori was the one that shot the video of Organize. Then you know the amazing thing is like TG Omori even charges way more now than when Asake was trying to work with him. But that is not where the lesson is. How does this relate to you as a freelancer, an entrepreneur, an independent contractor, a service business person? TG Omori charging style for his craft reflected that there are multiple models we can use to charge for our services. I observed that there are two common methods that service providers such as designers, influencers, cinematographers, and entrepreneurs use to charge for their services, and this can be classified as budget-based charging and standard-based charging. So let us analyze them one after the other. If you are enjoying this video so far, please hit the like button to support what I do here. Okay, so budget-based charging. So yeah, the freelancer charges based on the client's budget. For instance, a cinematographer might agree to shoot a music video for 200,000 naira if that is the best the artist, probably the upcoming artist, can afford at that time. This model results in portfolio mixed with a high, mid, and low quality works. You know, influencers use this method a lot. They charge companies, they charge brands based on their perceived value of that brand, based on the budget of that brand and other factors too. So they don't have a fixed cost. It doesn't necessarily mean that they practice price discrimination. They just need to know the factors involved. Then some people actually practice price discrimination whereby they give different price to different people for the same thing. So this charging method allows for larger and more diverse client base and can be used as a stepping stone for freelancers that are just starting out. So you're just starting their business and you don't even have enough clients yet. You can't be turning down every single client. You know, you might want to take some jobs, maybe like the 200k music video job, though it will sound very ridiculous to TG Omori, but if that is the first music video you are shooting, you can even do it for something close to free, but then you would have to rent gadgets if you don't have them, so you can't do it for free. Let us talk about the second charging model, which is the standard-based model. In this model, the freelancer set a high standard and a minimum budget for a project. For example, a cinematographer like TG Omori might not agree to shoot a music video for even 2 million. I'm not saying 200,000 now, for even 2 million naira, because he has set a standard for himself that if your budget does not enable him to be able to produce that standard, he would rather not do the job. So we can incorporate this into our own businesses too. I'm not saying we should necessarily follow method A or method B. Both are good. I'll talk about that more. For this second model, for someone like TG Omori now, his portfolio is super rich, and this can be a compelling force for him. So it helps him bid for higher end projects because that is what is reflected in his portfolio. You can see Davido had him on board to shoot the video for Phil. It's cracking his album Timeless, and that video cost a whooping sum of 100 million naira. That is unlike any other thing we've experienced in Nigeria. What's your opinion of that Phil video if you are aware of it? You think it's worth the 100 million? Let me know in the comment section what you think. Each method has its disadvantages. The budget-based charging disadvantages include the fact that the freelancer might end up with a heavier workload. He's always busy, very busy, every time busy, too busy even to bid for new jobs because he or she is working on low and probably sometimes mid-level projects. This can actually keep him locked at that level for a very long time. His portfolio will be a mix of high, low, and probably not even high because his portfolio working on low and mid-level projects might be a stepping stone for him to get the high projects. Then it might also make him less competitive when there is someone like TG Omori on board who has a more versatile portfolio of super rich projects. So relative to high paying clients, low paying clients will also stress you more because the low paying clients have similar or the same expectation to the output of the high paying client. So for example, the person that pays you 200,000 naira, or let me say 400,000 naira for a music video, would expect your video to be like that of TG Omori. They might even say otherwise, but subconsciously they want the best video in the world. Yeah, I'm not saying you can't deliver excellent, that the amount is not necessarily what makes a good video. Ensure that the client gets value for their money. So if you're paying me 300,000 naira for a music video, I need to ensure that you get a value that will almost be equatable to 500,000 naira worth of video. Now let's look at the disadvantages of the TG Omori style of charging. That is the standard based charging, as I call it. The standard based charging can limit a freelancer's client base because now you can't work with every Tom, Dick and Harry. You would find yourself having a stronger preference for clients that can actually pay your bills. So if you are not as big as TG Omori and the amount you charge is very high, you would have lesser clients obviously. But the good side is just that when you get that one client, it can pay your bills. But let's take a case study of Igbos. I actually love Igbos. I prefer to buy in their store. An Igbo person typically can buy an item at Alaba or buy it from wherever they buy it and bring it to Alaba, bought the item for 10,000 naira, sells the item for 11,000 naira, make a 1,000 naira profit, and within a week he sells like 10 of that item and makes 10,000 naira profit altogether. But some other tribe might buy that same item for 10,000 naira and want to make maybe like a 4,000 naira, 3,000 naira profit on that item, and they would want to sell it for 13,000 naira. And it might actually remain in their market that for a week they might only be able to sell maybe 2. So selling 2, that is okay, you make a profit of 3,000. 3 times 2, that is 6, and 6 is still not as, so like it's a game of numbers. So whichever model works for you is fine. So let me know in the comment section, like as at right now, what method do you presently use in charging your clients? Is it the budget based method or the standard based method? So now let's talk about Blackbone. We all know the story of Blackbone. Blackbone approached TG Omori for TG Omori to shoot his video. So Blackbone is a well-known celebrity in Nigeria, but it seems he could not afford the $30,000 that TG Omori billed him for a music video. So you know what happened? Blackbone decided to shoot the video by himself We know that video now in his album, The Pressure. That song was back in uni. The fact that he didn't work with TG Omori and went on to direct the music himself actually sparked up conversations on Twitter, and it was on top trend for a period of time, and that actually helped him drive the sales of the music. And there was a bit of banter between Blackbone and TG Omori. TG Omori telling him jokingly that he's going to get 10% for helping him blow up more. So that's by the way. If TG Omori does not have maybe like a large client base, or like a rich, let me not say large, he doesn't need to have 100 people he works for. Like the few people he works for, we can see the amount he charges. Then it doesn't necessarily even mean that is his profit, but that's a story for another day. TG Omori is a big boy, is okay. With or without Blackbone's project, he is fine. So the disadvantage is that if you are not at the level of TG Omori, not even necessarily at the level of TG Omori, if you are not at a high level and you decline clients, Blackbone was not a broke person. Blackbone could probably have been able to pay maybe like a $10,000 or a $5,000, which is a lot of money for a music video, and there are 1,000 directors out there that would jump at $5,000 for a music video. But TG Omori has set a standard for himself that he's not going to take that project. If you practice that and every client just keep going out of the window, like how would you pay your bills? So just my own thoughts. These two models are just models that we can all adopt. One is not necessarily better than the other. And you just choose a model that works for you at your present level in your business and stick with it. Then if you have outgrown the model you are presently running, this video is a call to you to consider changing your charging model. So you can probably start doing a standard based model. I'm Sunday Abegunde. If you're seeing my video for the first time, let's be friends. Nice to meet you.